Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we are doing a update on the future of AI. As we know, AI is the new revolution of humanity, of society, of technology. You know, we're going to be looking at some of the coins that are the best for you to trade in this upcoming alt season to maximize your profit in the market. So if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result. So if you haven't done it already, smash that like button and subscribe. I try to make these videos as often as possible to help you get paid in the market. And oh, by the way, did I mention that we have the #1 Bitcoin group in the world? That's right. #1Bitcoin. It's on Facebook. 25,000 people are in this free community. Come on in. The doors are always open. There is a link in the description. Now back to the lecture at hand. One of the things I want to discuss in this video is the opportunity to make money in future market cycles. I think one of the reasons, crypto is still, taking its time, I think, to disseminate into society, that's the opportunity to really get involved. I think a lot of these coins are 80, 95% down on Bitcoin year over year. And that's when, you want to jump in. As they say, scared money don't make none. And this is a major opportunity to get prime time real estate at flea market prices. Some of the coins that we will be talking about in this video are listed on this website right here, top 10 AI crypto coins in 2025. Now keep in mind, when you have a list like this, one of the things you want to do is kind of eliminate, the weak links, right? And for me, I let the money talk for me. So when a coin only has $1 billion in market cap, what does that mean? That means that only $1 million in the whole world has chosen to live inside that coin. You almost have to think of each crypto as its own world. And so when you exist in Bitcoin, when a dollar exists in Bitcoin, it does not coexist in Ethereum. It is called a mutually exhaustive scenario. What does that mean? That means for every $1 in Bitcoin, that dollar had to come from somewhere else, right? Now come on in, listen real close. Coin market cap right now tells you that $3.8 trillion now live on the blockchain. They do not live in fiat economies. What does that mean? That means that $3 trillion had to come from somewhere else. That's, what's the national deficit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that money had to get printed from somewhere else. It had to get replaced from somewhere else. And oh, by the way, when they print more money, the money you have already is devalued, deflated. They call it inflation, make you think you got more. Like, oh, nope, work the other way around. They got more, you got less, right? And so this is what we're looking at in real time. The higher that number gets, the more fake free money they put in the existing equation, the less your money, the less valuable your money becomes. It's a simple economics, supply and demand, right? And so that's the big opportunity with a lot of these coins. Is like the big wave hasn't even come yet. You got a few companies that can make up $3 trillion. Shit, Apple worth like $2 trillion between Apple and Google. Actually, not even give them Google. Give me Microsoft. Apple and Microsoft, valuation. We got the whole crypto market covered, and you got the rest of the world. You got Nvidia, you got Google, you got Netflix, Amazon. You got about 100 different companies, that's out there making money to cover this entire market in just a few clicks of a button. So let's jump into these charts. ICP is the first one we're going to look at. And as I told you, when a coin is $1 million market cap, even 300 million, if it ain't got a B behind it, I really don't even consider it right now. What that does is that puts you in a situation to where you are letting the money tell you what to do. You don't have to risk, speculate, hope, and pray that venture capitalist funds find this coin valuable and put their money behind it. You have already been validated by the money that exists before you. As I told you in other videos, this chart represents a conscious entity. It knows all, it sees all, it feels all, it hears all. It's not flowed either way by any given article at any given time. It is self-existing, omnipotent, and omnipresent, right? And so when we take a look at that, we just say, okay, well, you know, $3 billion look good to me. Let's jump there with ICP. Another thing we want to do is draw. Dang, this is an interesting one because it's like, I want it to stop. I want it to stop going down. But it's like in this market, when altcoins are already down 80, 90% on Bitcoin, and this is a speculative coin at best. It's only, you know, I think ICP is like 300 in the market. Let's look it up real quick on CoinMarketCap. And I'm showing you guys how I disseminate value in the market. But this is what I do. ICP. 39, top 50. Not bad. I said once I got a B behind it, you know, it's got some real value, real potential. But the problem with this chart is I would be hoping that it doesn't go down again. And that's the issue. You know, because that's what a lot of people did over here. You know, they hoped that this thing wouldn't go down anymore. And some of them made a little bit of money when it jumped. But the rest of them got cut in half when it fell. And it's like they call it, don't try to catch a falling knife. Like this thing, even if it lands right here, right? If it sticks that landing, you know, that's still a lower low, right? Because it did the same thing up here. So that means it still has, even if it pops out of that, it still has net negative downward inertia. And it's going to have to do that again at some point, confirm the floor, and then start its ascent. 9 out of 10 times, that's what happens, right? And it definitely will have some psychological top-down resistance at that level. So it's like you're almost fighting two battles buying into a chart that makes a lower low, hoping that it balances out and you can hit it, you know, 12 to 1 and make all your money in one trade. So this one's out for me, right? So we got ICP out, we got subbed out. I got this little list right here. One of these coins doesn't even trade to Bitcoin. I think this one's space and time. So when you type in SPX, even though that's the wrong one, SXT. The problem with this coin is it's not big enough to be on enough liquid exchanges. And as a result, it doesn't pair to Bitcoin on any open exchange. So there's an opportunity to trade it for the dollar. You know, but I don't really value dollars. As I mentioned, they're deflated about $3.5 trillion now in the past 10 years. I don't expect that rate to slow down. It's only going to get worse. So I trade for Bitcoin because I know the more Bitcoin I accumulate per iota unit time, by definition, I just accumulated more dollars to the tune of 20 to 40% a year, CAGR. Long story short, XXT doesn't have that pair for whatever reason. And so you can't really chart it. If I can't chart it, I'd rather not speculate. I can't see into it. That one has to go as well. Now, Trace, you know, this is just kind of like a wavy coin. No set precedent. Again, you got a lot of psychological resistance that's going to be happening at that level. About 4 years worth. Probably not going to hit through it on your first time. And again, this is a if coin, right? You're going to have to do something like that, come down, and then come back up. And that could take another few months. Best case scenario, right? So this one's out. Too iffy, too underwater, too net negative, right? This one's getting a little bit better, right? This is more speculative again. You don't usually want to buy in a situation where you've just been getting crushed month over month, year over year, but that's pretty much how most of these altcoins look at this point. So it's almost like a best case scenario, which one looks like it's going to do the best. What I like about Render is when it runs, you know, this thing can make some money when it's free and clear. And so the way I describe it being free and clear when that solid area goes down, when that blue goes flat, and when that white goes above the blue, right? Basically, this solid area right now, this is essentially the big market. These are the whales, right? And so it's like the three traders, the day traders, the hedge fund managers, and the whales, they essentially work together to make money together. They don't really take money from each other, but by the three of them, they move the market. It's like an ocean. It's like a big tide, a medium tide, and an interday wave riding on top of the market, riding on top of the money, right? And together they tell a story. And 2 normally beats 1, right? So what we have happening right here is that 7 is going flat. That 77 is coming down. Our 231 is screaming down, which means the whales are still dumping this thing. At some point, the day traders are going to have to stand up. At another point, the hedge fund managers are going to come behind them. And then you want to see those whales start to get a little bit excited, put some money back into it. And that's when this thing really starts to take off, right? It's done it twice. It's a very easy buy signal, you know, when it starts to happen. Problem with this is you still got a lot of runway, you know, between the buyers and the sellers of these different psychological thresholds. That's probably another 2 or 3 months, you know, to where you can start to get that turnaround that we just talked about, right? That's a long time, and you still hope it, right? So with that being said, I think it's better opportunities. GRT, this was kind of looking like Trace did, where it just keeps stepping down, or I'm sorry, ICP, where it just keeps stepping down. That's kind of what we got with GRT right here. You know, difficult to catch a falling knife. I don't recommend it. So this one's out. Tau, BITTENSOR. This is actually not as bad as the others. The reason being, it's a relatively new coin. Only got about 18 months of data. So you run in mid-2024. We sitting at mid-2025. One of the other things is you start to see that little sine wave line, right? It actually looks just like our traditional EKG. I just told you in the beginning of this video that these markets are omnipotent, omnipresent, and they essentially represent a cohesive consciousness with regards to this entity. And oftentimes, that aligns with the pattern of a heartbeat. Tell you what, I sat in about 10,000 hours, maybe not 10,000. I sat in about 2,000 hours worth of dissertation at the University of Notre Dame, one of the top business schools in the country. I am yet to see anybody come across the correlation between financial markets and a human heartbeat. But this is what it looks like. Breakout, breakdown, and to be honest, just take out that P part. Just take out that P wave and think about breakout, breakdown, flatline. And normally that TU is above the P, especially when it comes to crypto. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a delta up, step up. So it's like breakout, breakdown, flatline, right? What comes next? Breakout. And so that's basically what we got right here. Like that's literally, you know, that verbatim, right? Breakout, breakdown, flatline. What comes next? Bam! Just that easy to get paid. So this is a very, very, very good chart with regards to the resonance it has within itself. And even look at that, you know, everything's in order. Everything checks out. And this is a very, very, very optimistic scenario to buy into. And as I said, that's all we're looking for, is what's going to give us the best probability to make some money in the near future. Right? Look at that. It's beautiful. Doesn't that look like a heartbeat? You can't tell me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Right? Crazy. This shit might give me a Nobel Prize one day. We talking about something new. Money been talked about for 2,000 years. Ain't nobody said it looked like a heartbeat yet. Well, therein lies the opportunity. So Tau is a buy. Great coin. That's why it's on the cover. You know what I'm saying? $352 right there. So if you need some help on which coin I was talking about, bam, there you go. Tau is a buy at $352. And this is FET Again, my people, if you haven't done it already, engage with this video. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm trying to rebuild this channel. I'm getting thousands of people a week coming across these videos, and a lot of it is in thanks to you guys. So again, we have our crypto trading community, #1 Bitcoin group in the world. I'm giving away free Bitcoin next Friday, so look forward to that. And you know, this is the chart we're looking at now. Fetch.ai. Tau is interesting because it's so new, and it definitely has a lot of upside potential, you know, before the end of the year. But it's hard to bet against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? When they get to the Super Bowl, it's like you almost got to tip the scale in their favor because they done been here before. And that's how I see this Fetch.ai coin. If you don't know what this coin does, what it is, this is a quick note about Fetch.ai. It is now known as the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. If you're in the chat right now and you want to go ahead and shout your city out, go ahead and do that. We're going to get to you guys in a minute. And this is the largest open source initiative dedicated to artificial general intelligence. Basically, it's a bunch of coins that came together. FET, Ajax, Ocean, and Singularity.net. If you haven't heard about this one, this is a huge company. Just type it in Google. You know, type it in YouTube, see the technology they have, the robotics they have. This is probably one of the largest existing companies in the world of AI and robotics. Singularity.net, Sophia. This is an immortal citizen that